Welcome back to our channel. I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Patrick.
And we appreciate you guys watching this week.
Yeah. So today we want to do something a little different. We're still trying to introduce the place, but one of the things that's become really prominent around here is the wildlife. So we see all kinds of stuff up here, a whole variety of different kind of animals, and they're a part of our daily lives. So we wanted to talk about what we're seeing, where we're seeing it, etc.
Yeah, and if you're new to our channel, we're in East Tennessee in the mountains, so we have quite a bit of different species of animals. Obviously, they were here long before us. We moved on into their home, essentially. So we definitely have a lot of respect for these animals and want to coexist with them.
Yeah.
So we try to do everything possible in order to coexist with them and not have issues with them or them with us, that sort of thing, if that makes sense. But yeah, we had... A couple months ago, we had a bear encounter. We've seen 3 bears, so we have trail cameras all around our property. We've caught, we think, 3 different bears on them. There's something in the woods now.
Yeah.
3 different bears. We've had one that was pretty large, which was a little bit of a surprise to us.
We'll give
I
you
grew
some
up near the Smoky Mountains, so it's not the first time I'd been in close proximity to a bear. In fact, it wasn't even the 10th time. But,
yeah.
The biggest thing with bears is to respect them and leave them alone. Don't get close if you don't have to.
Which is tough when they decide they want to destroy your trash bin.
Yeah, so we have a trash bin at the end of the road. Obviously, we can't keep trash just sitting around out here. That's one of the ways that we can prevent wildlife in general from coming up to where we live, but also from getting hurt, essentially, from our trash. And, if you're feeding trash to wildlife, they're going to keep coming back, and then that becomes an issue, and it could become a problem to the point where we would have to have them potentially removed, and we don't want that. We want to live with them and them do their thing and we do our thing. But we built basically an animal proof, I wouldn't say bear proof, but as close to bear proof as it could be, box for our trash, because obviously we don't want to have to go to the dump every other day or every few days. So we'll go down and show you guys that in a little bit. But yeah, the bear box worked for the first 2 bears that came around, and raccoons and things like that. But the bear that we had right after hibernation,
it was March. Yeah,
it was actually May.
Was it May?
Yeah, I'll look that up on my phone. He basically tipped the bear box over, or the trash box over, and got into our trash, and we had to repair it. And so far he hasn't been back, but that was right after hibernation, so I assumed he was pretty hard up to find some food or something.
He really didn't get too much out of it, though. It was mostly like coffee grounds and some eggshells.
Tortellini.
Yeah, tortellini.
But yeah, so we'll kind of walk you through that and how it works. For the most part, it's worked really, really well. And we don't have to worry about raccoons or anything really getting into it, because unless they're large enough to be able to knock it over and break it apart, nothing's going to be able to get into it.
And after the bear did get into it, we made some modifications to it.
Yeah.
So that's really been the only real, I guess, problematic encounter. But we've had run-ins with other stuff too.
Yeah, and Patrick was traveling when that happened, so we have a camera down at the bear box, or at the trash box, because we knew it was going to attract animals. Obviously, it's trash. We try not to leave in there for extended periods of time, but enough time to where we have enough trash to, actually go
not
to
waste
the dump.
the trip.
Yeah. But we, so I was sitting in the office shed area, got a notification on my phone that we had a photo from down at the gate, which is where the trash box is. And I looked at it, and it was a very large bear. We're probably guessing about 450 pounds, give or take.
Yeah, maybe a little smaller, but not by much.
Yeah.
We'll give you some perspective.
Larger than we expected, and larger than the other ones we had seen on the camera. So I had texted him because he was traveling for work. And like I said, I've been around several bears within close proximity, within probably 6 feet, the closest I've been. Not by choice. I was on a trail and one just happened to be there. But most of the time they don't want anything to do with you. They're afraid of you in some sense. I mean, obviously if you have food in your hands or something, that's going to be a little bit different. And they just kind of scurried away. But so I'd text him. We have some solar lights down here, and some of them started going off about 10 minutes later. I looked down, and the bear, it was before our deck was built, so the bear was literally right here. And like I said, I was in our shed back there, so I looked out and the camera basically lit up his face. And I just stared right at him, and then he went away.
Yep.
So,
We haven't seen one since, knock on wood.
yeah, not
So-
yet. And it's almost winter, so.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, we've seen coyotes on our cameras, bobcats. There have been a couple snakes up here, which I used to be a herpetologist, so I did a lot of work with snakes and, you know, non-venomous and venomous. So we've had copperheads and black rat snakes and some racers.
Seen a lot of turkey.
A lot of turkey, a lot of deer.
Yeah, we have a deer that comes to our garden almost daily. We have another trail cam down there, just again to see if something's getting in our garden, or just kind of see what it attracts. And there's definitely some deer that like it.
Yeah, we had some tomato plants that grew through the fence, and they like to nibble on them from time to time. So.
And what else have we had? We also have a camera down at our creek, down here at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
And we've seen bobcat there. We've also seen one at the gate. A pretty good sized bobcat.
Yeah, we also seen some interesting animals like weasels. We've had a couple weasels on the
Really?
camera at the creek. Some
nice.
wood rats. What else?
All kinds of stuff. I mean, everything you would expect to be out here, but it's pretty cool that we've been able to capture them. And we'll try to put some pictures of the ones that we've captured in this video as well, so you guys can kind of see what we're talking about if you're unfamiliar with some of these. But you said coyotes, right?
I think so.
Yeah. We definitely have a lot of coyotes around.
Yeah, maybe one of these nights when they're out calling a lot, we'll take the camera out and let you hear them, because they get pretty close. There was, at one point, I had gotten COVID and was quarantining in the camper. And one was literally in the septic field, and it howled right next to the shed, and it scared the crap out of both of us.
Yeah, because we were about to let our dogs out when it happened, so it's definitely a little bit alarming for sure.
Yeah, and they don't mess with anything, but we don't need one of our dogs trying to go after a pack of coyotes.
Well, and they would probably mess with Pug.
Oh yeah,
Little piglet.
Little baked potato.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we'll walk you guys down to the trash bin and kind of show you how that works. We built it ourselves. It was just kind of like something we came up with to try to keep animals out of it. And also, we are in full peak leaf season right now. It's absolutely beautiful. Around 6 p.m. in the evening, the sun just beams down on those trees down there, and the colors are so vibrant. And also up through here. Most of the trees are still holding on to their leaves, which is nice.
Oh, and you'll notice the van's out.
Yeah, we have something coming up this weekend.
Sneak peek for the next video.
We're getting it ready to go. This is our trash bin. Like I said, we just kind of made it. You can buy bare boxes, essentially. They're extremely expensive. And like I said, for the most part, this is done what it's supposed to do. So the way we built it, you basically come in here, there's a carabiner. Obviously, there's no need to lock this. It's just trash. So you unlock that. This is also to keep the bear from being able to pull the door apart or pull it off. And then from in here, you have to slip your hand under here, and there's actually a latch. You'll hear it unlatch.
See if I can get it on the video.
Well, I can show it when I open the door.
Yeah.
So from there, it unlocks this part, which opens up, and you're able to dump your trash. You can also open this up here to be able to get in there that way as well. So it's just a little latch that goes like that. You reach your hand in and flip it around. The latch is underneath this part here. So basically it keeps it from easy access, at least. Most bears aren't going to work super hard for their food, at least black bears. We don't have grizzlies here, which thank God.
We'd be in trouble.
Yeah. So black bears typically, if it's going to be a lot of work, they kind of leave things alone. Obviously, that other guy was pretty hungry, but all he had to do was tip it over. It kind of broke the box a little bit. But yeah, we were able to kind of build this in a few days, and it's pretty easy to set down too. You just lower that. Close it up. And then sometimes you gotta kind of lift up on it. Lock it back. And then carabiner back on it. So the only point of the carabiner is right now you could force this open pretty easy, so it's just an extra guarded safety, and most bears aren't going to be able to open that or get their hand in here.
I mean, we have no delusion that carabiner is going to actually stop a bear if it really wants in there, but
sure. Well, I mean, it's just wood, so they could claw at it, knock it over. Eventually we do want to set it in concrete. Right now it's not, because we may have to run some cables up here at some point. So for now, it's good. Keeps most things out. and we're pretty happy with it.
Yeah, and let me get a perspective shot, because this will be important when you see the picture of the bear on the actual camera. So the camera is actually facing this way, and you can see the bear next to the bear box. So you'll be able to see kind of perspective wise
through here. But yeah, I'm 5'6.5", and he was definitely taller than I am.
Well, on its hind legs, but shoulder height, I mean, he probably came to your chest.
Really?
Yeah, close to.
Dang.
You'll see it on the pictures when we put them on, because the bear was, obviously we can't like weigh them, but size gives us I know, hey, just jump on this bathroom scale here. But no, it kind of gives you a perspective size wise of what we think they weigh.
I mean, this is probably, what's it, like shoulder height, so at least
it's probably
5 foot.
Close to 5 foot, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll drop those pictures here. If you guys have any questions about any of that, let us know. And like I said, this isn't necessarily bear proof. We know that, but it does help keep most animals out, which is the whole goal. What's up, guys? So you can probably tell that I'm not at our property right now. Came to Knoxville this week to hang out with some friends and family, just catch up with everybody. We lived in Knoxville before we moved to Georgia, before we moved to the property, so just catching up with everybody, staying with some friends for the week. The reason I'm chiming in here is last night we were sitting on the couch. It was probably about 10:30 at night. We get a notification on our Ring camera that's on our office shed, and says movement at the property, which we didn't get too alarmed by because a lot of times it's a bug or a bird or something of that nature, but turns out it was actually a bear. It was a decent sized bear right up next to the office. So yeah, I'll share that footage with you guys. It's just kind of crazy. I was in the middle of editing this video today, and obviously we have that footage from last night, so we'll be sharing that with you guys. But it's crazy that this was the video we were making this week, and then a bear decided to come around, probably because we're not there making noise like we normally are, but also he's probably trying to get fattened up for winter with all the acorns around our property. So pretty crazy. So we'll share that with you guys, and we really appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and we appreciate all you guys watching. See ya.